on the weekend they read all these magazines, they read the newspapers, and they can become economists and get so depressed. I mean, they're bullish if they take their lunch to work on Monday, you know. And I think you need to rent a 12-year-old on the weekend just to, because they don't know about the problem of the ozone layer disappearing and all the problems of, you know, all these terrible things that we think about all the time and get so depressed about, and how second basemen and shortstops that getting paid $4 million and they can't throw it to first base on a bounce, you know. So I think you need to find a 12-year-old and rent them for the weekend and follow this boy or girl around and see where they're shopping. And our kids love Body Shop, you know, and I bought it. And, I think it's gonna be a good stock. And our oldest daughter Mary liked Ann Taylor, and she had to dress up to go to work she was working in the summer at a consulting firm, and she thought Ann Taylor's prices were good and the quality was good, and it was a great stock tick. And my wife Carolyn, who was until we had these 3 kids, she's an extremely good shopper. She almost got a black belt in shopping. She didn't fit because of the children. She didn't quite finish that, but she's a very good shopper, and she's given me some great tips too. So I think you either have to use your spouse, or you have to go out on your own. I had this biggest position. My fund one time was Hanes, which owned Legs, and it was a huge stock, and it was bought eventually by Consolidated Foods, and it was the best division of Consolidated Foods. But it was my biggest position, and they had a monopoly on this Legs. Legs was a really big hit. I knew somebody would come along with a new product, and it was Kaiser Roth introduced no nonsense. I was worried that this thing was better, and I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. So I went to the supermarket, and I bought 62 pairs of no nonsense, different colors, different shapes. They must have wondered what kind of house I had fallen. I was going back. I brought it to the office, and I passed it to anybody, male or female, anybody wanted these things, just take them home and tell me how it is. And they came back in about 3 weeks, and they said it's not as good. And that's what research is. That's all it was. And I held on to Hanes, and the stock was a huge stock. So that's what it's about. Thank you.